Time for another I Believe TV show, and like I always say, pick up that phone, call someone, and invite them to watch the show, because you just might spark something in that person's life. Today, I'm going to give you a message, and I'm going to call it, God Created Us in a Garden. Now, I'm going to talk about that, so call somebody, all right? I'll be right back.
Be sure to call a friend and ask them to tune in. Call us right now. Our prayer lines are open. Please join the body of believers.
God put in my heart 5 years ago to produce this show, and it's about uniting the body of believers. And every show we're going to reach out and touch you guys and see if we can't unite you as a body of believers, one by one. As in Ephesians 4, verses 4 through 6, we should be one body, praising our one Lord and our one God. It's not about where you go to church or if you go to church or, it's about, do you believe? Have faith, believe in God, become a believer. If God is in your heart, the world changes, your whole life changes, and you'll be so happy because you're going to be full of God's love. I mean, how much easier does it get, you guys? But join the body of believers. So together we can all say, I believe. All right, you guys, God created us in a garden. And when we think about that, the first few chapters in the Bible tells us it all. And I have a little saying, I have a greenhouse because I'm a gardener and I'm into nature. I'm a Virgo, so hey, what can I tell you? I love nature. I love everything God gave me to enjoy. And I have a sign that somebody printed for me, and it said, it all began in a garden. And it really did. Now, when we can all learn from everything around us, we can get life lessons from just about anything, and it will bring it back to the Word. If we start to know God, the more we know God, the more we can see Him in little things, in little places, in strange ways. But since I'm into gardening, I want to share with you something that really, really touches my heart. God, as wonderful as He is, as all-powerful and all-knowing as He is, does so many things that when you start to take it apart layer by layer, you're like, wow. And it's a wow moment right after everything. I get up first thing in the morning, and before I even move my body, I say, good morning, Jesus. I love saying that because at my age, I'm grateful for one, that I have another day to enjoy, but mostly because I see right away God's work around me. I see that He brought the sun up. Sometimes I get up when it's just barely coming up, and that's like almost getting up with God. I really like that. But I know that God has woken us up. He's given us the light. And then my senses kick in, and I hear birds a chirping. And they sound so happy. They sound so beautiful. They just make you feel good if you just turn the TV off, if you have it on. And if you just listen, those birds get louder and louder. They know what to do. If you've ever watched birds, and I don't watch birds, but of course when you can't help it when you see them, but I'm not one of these bird watchers that knows all their ways. But they always get up in the morning early. And then it's not only that they get up early, but they get up happy. And they stay happy and they stay busy flying around, and they make their little nests and do what they got to do. And the mamas know how to feed the babies, and they know how to make the nests and everything else. They stay busy. They have their own little community. And then early evening, they're gone. They're quiet. It's like they go to sleep. And, that's what we should do. Get up early, enjoy nature, enjoy God, enjoy that sun. And then when the light goes down, it's time to rest. It's time to be still. Now, another thing that I have in my little garden area is kitties. I love cats. They're just quiet and stuff. And I've got some kitties running around there, quite a few of them actually. But think about what kitties know how to do. Mama kitty, she knows how to give birth. The first time that I had Mama Kitty, she came over to me. She was getting ready to have a baby, and there she was. And I'm thinking, oh no, what do I do? But God had told, God puts a purpose. He designs us. He tells us. All we have to do is just let it happen. And that mama kitty, she had her babies. Didn't need a doctor, didn't need a hospital. I don't know how they do it, but there was the little cutest little babies. She nursed them. She never left the little box that I put there for them. The kitties knew what was going on, and everything took care of itself. It evolved. Why? Because God, He was at work. And I was watching a little corner of nature in those little kitties. And then in my garden, I plant my seeds and I plant my flowers, and I know, like I have the wave petunias, and I know beautiful hanging basket. But if one day I forget to water those plants, they kind of hang and wilt like, oh, you forgot me. But as soon as I water them, within a couple hours, the blooms are back open and it's a live, looking good plant again. That's how we are. We need God to water us. We need to be able to bloom. And when God disappears, when we shut Him out, He doesn't walk away from us. We disappear. We close out on Him. We shut the door. We tune Him out. We get too busy for Him. We need that water. So that's the time when you say, hey, God, hold up here. What's up? I need you. And right away, you're going to feel good. And you're going to be like that petunia that you open up. Those flowers know what to do when they get that water. They know how to get their nutrition from the dirt, from the soil. And that's where we need to go back. We need to go back to that Bible. And we need to stay plugged in. And we need to be watered. Watered is tuning in your Christian television show, reading the Bible, praying, talking with someone else that's in the Word, sharing our problems, doing some fellowship, going to church, loving on other people, loving on our family, reaching out to other people. There's so many ways that we can stay plugged in and feel God using us. We can feel Him because you know what? God is in us. Whether you like it or not, or you know Him or not, He's there. Open that door and let Him out. Like in the morning, you open your eyes and you see the sun. You water and the plant comes alive. It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I can't share it enough with you guys. And you know, when you're in a garden and you're planting a seed, do you know that God put the purpose in that seed? When you take a seed, a tomato seed, and you put it in that soil, you're not going to have a pear tree. You're not going to have cucumbers. If you plant a tomato seed, that seed has the instructions from our heavenly God. It has a purpose, and you don't have to worry whether you lay that seed sideways, upside down, or the other way, because that plant, if you've ever noticed it, will grow straight up. Why? Because it's in God's will. In the right conditions, it's going to grow straight. It's going to bear fruit if it's a fruit-bearing plant. And it's going to bring joy to whoever planted it. And it's going to serve its purpose. But it still needs sun. It needs watering. It needs the soil. That's what we need. You know, we need God. We need His love. We need the Word. We need His power and His glory and His grace and all the gifts that He's given us. We need to be aware of them. Because some people aren't gardeners, and you've heard them. They go, oh, I don't have a green thumb. I can't grow anything. Yes, they can. They just don't know the basic rules. It's like plant needs water. Plant needs some sun, sometimes not too much sun. So there's a balance. In nature, God gave us a balance. And all we have to do is stay in balance and in harmony with God. It is so easy to do. It's if we let God inside, God will balance us out. He's going to make us happy. He's going to make us laugh sometimes. He's going to take care of us when we should be sad. He's going to make us calm when we should be going, what am I doing? I'm so upset. But you know that saying, be still and know that I am God. God will take care of us if we just let Him. And going back to the garden, the garden has joy, beauty, color, harmony. Have you ever looked at the colors of the flowers? I mean, I love pink. And there's no way sometimes that we can match in clothes the exact pink of a rose. It's hard to get it. But when you plant roses and different kinds of flowers, you can see the tones, the hues in the flowers, and how beautiful they look. And that color God put there. That's part of that seed. God is so beautiful. And he knows when to make the sun give its heat. He knows when to get the moon to do its thing. And he waters his garden. There comes the rain. We can take care of manually, but God gives us the rain. That's why we live here in the Smoky Mountains in the USA, and we're blessed to be here. But those mountains, God takes care of that giant garden. And look how beautiful it is. Look how full and rich it looks, because God's the gardener. God's the creator and the gardener. And that's how he is with us. He created us, and he watches out for us, and he'll take care of us. And all we have to do is stand still like a tree and just let him do it. Open your heart. I'm going to share something with you before our time runs out. And I in this little book that I read, it says here, all gardens are living reminders of hope. Think about that. And I think what he meant there was when we plant a seed, we hope it's going to grow. When we plant a tomato seed, we hope it's going to bear fruit. They don't always do it. You know, as gardeners know, some things just don't happen. But it's a reminder of hope. And we all have hope, and we must never lose sight of hope. It says, when we plant a garden, we make real our hope that life will flourish and thrive. Think about that. That's really good. It is no accident that God created us in a garden. Eden was his promise that life would begin and continue in the midst of a world made of seas and dry land. In the garden, God nurtured and loved his creatures. When we plant a garden, we imitate God. Think about that. We imitate God. We are God's creation. God loves us. And God did so much for us and gave us so much. And I want to just say, I'm going to close out this segment with this Psalm 65, verse 9 through 10. You take care of the earth and send rain to help the soil grow all kinds of crops. That's what the Bible tells us. God is so good. He will take care of us. He will love us. He will flourish with us. He will nourish. He'll get happy with us. He will share every second of our life if we invite him in, but we have to invite him in. And I do it every morning. I say, good morning, Jesus, and every chance I get, I say, I believe. God bless you.
Our prayer lines are open right now. Please call at 865-680-1891. 865-680-1891.
Don't go away. You're watching the I Believe TV program. Call me or text me.
Don't go away. There's more to come.
Okay, guys, instead of just picking up that phone and calling me, there's another way you can reach me. Text me. But if you text me, it's kind of simple. Just text me your need and tell me what time it's best time to call you back, and I promise you I will. It's the new technology on hand, and I'm getting with the program, so you do too, okay? Okay, guys. I just want to say one more time, and this time I have Pastor Donnie in front of the cameras. Welcome, Pastor Donnie.
Always good to be here again.
I know. And I don't know if you had a chance to listen to my message about love, and it all started in the garden. And you know, I want to share with the viewers, I forgot one thing. You know, we talk about flowers and tomato plants and things like that, but there's weeds in a garden. In every garden, there's those nasty little weeds. Yeah. But you know what I want to say? Those weeds, if you really study herbology, will give us what our body needs. Some of them are antibiotics. Some will help cleanse the liver. Some will cleanse the blood. Some will help with the eyesight. Milk thistle, there's so many of them. The plantain. A plantain, until, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, it looked like a giant weed that you see at every grass.
Wow.
And and when I heard that was a plantain, I'm like, ooh, I step on those all the time. So full of iron and so full of the things that our body needs. Wow. God thought of everything in this garden, this giant garden we live in. Yes. I get so excited when I think what he does.
It's amazing when you think about how just God fashioned it, put it all together, formed it, and knew all the detail. Yeah. I love that part.
And when you start thinking about the body, you know, and all
Oh,
the
yes.
details in our body.
Oh yeah, there's no way any other thing could be but God's creation
God's
with the intricate
creation.
part of the body.
And then some of the vegetables, like you know, God's Pharmacy. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
you've ever seen that flyer, and it talks about like the carrot. If you cut the carrot, it's good for the eye, and it looks like the eye iris, and the different things that are in the garden that even have the look of our body.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's just amazing.
God is so into detail and so intricate.
You can't just too much to even think about.
I know. Every time I'm thinking, whoa, it's a
blows my
wow
mind.
moment.
It blows my mind every time. Every time. It's
Well,
amazing.
I want to chit chat with you and share with the viewers, Pastor Donnie, about our visibility in the community.
Oh, yeah.
First off, I'd like to bring up that workshop because this will probably be our last chance to bring it up before it actually happens.
Oh yeah.
And how important it's going to be for people to come and connect with you and
Yeah, we
hear
want them
you.
to do that. We want them to do that. Come to meet us, you know, all of us here. We know you feel like part of the family. We want to make sure you do.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
you feel like you know us, come know us, amen. And it's a great opportunity to meet us there, you know, in the Civic Center. So we have a great opportunity just to share and spend some time together as well,
Yes.
breaks and things like that. So it'd be a
That'd be
great opportunity to get to know us and let us get to know those who are watching and supporting us and praying for us and all those things.
It's a good thing. It's going to be a good workshop. I'm
Oh,
really
yeah.
excited about because I know I'm going to learn a lot. I always learn every time that you get in there and start,
Yeah.
and you just
It's
dish it
just,
out.
You know, they can go to the websites and get that information and that kind of stuff, you know, online. So you talk about how do we continue to connect to people and get involved in our community in ways, you know. So of course we got ministries that we're a part of and share in my church that I have, websites that we have. You can go to my website and feel like you're in church with me because it's
And
got
you
a lot
have
of
another
video.
show. Share with them
We
your
do,
times and your show.
We do. Oh, I don't even know all the times now. It just airs a lot of
It's too
different
many.
places and different ones, you know. But one of them is on Comcast 241, you know, out of I Hope. So if you have Comcast 241, you can catch that show. It's a couple different times right now. So look at the guide or find it, or you can actually. You can video on demand, so you can actually go back and get
See,
it
you
anytime
understand
you
all
want
that
to watch.
video on
you can.
demand.
If you have video on demand, you can go back to the times and find it and watch it anytime you want to.
And
So
share
I do
the
know.
name.
Yeah, Renewed is the program because that's what it's about. Be transformed by the renewing of the mind.
Yes.
And so it's all about just becoming renewed in the mind, so that our life can be transformed.
And you not only preach, but you teach on there.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Really, just down to earth teaching and you know, explaining. I get excited sometimes. It's like, oh, got to remember, I got to stay in my realm here, you know. But it's really just some teaching kind of stuff and getting down to just some of the good word.
See,
Oh,
we stay busy, but Pastor Donnie, I mean, you work in a Christian facility, and then you have your own show, and then you help. You've not missed
this
one
show?
show here with this one, so you're just full-time pastor, and of course your church, your
Yes.
congregation.
Oh yeah, the church keeps us busy over there in Cosby, you know, and it just really helps us to be able to connect with people as well, be a place that people can come, get taught, but they get prayed for, and they can
Yes.
call us. You know, we have prayer boxes on
Yeah,
our walls.
share that with them.
We do. We have prayer boxes
We're gonna
on
put
our
a
walls
picture up.
that actually they're a box and it's full of holes in it, like I call it like the Wailing Wall, you know, where you can roll a prayer request up and we stick it in there. And then we pray for those. We pray for during our
good
intercession
visual.
prayer and intercession time. It's a good place to physical contact. To it.
Yes.
And we pray at the end of every service and those kind of things that were there.
That's
You
wonderful.
know, and a lot of stuff like that. So
That's
it's
another
very
thing they
fun.
can do if they come to the workshop. If they can't get out to Cosby where your church is, they can bring their little written
Bring the prayer
prayer.
request, yeah. Bring it on
and you'll
anything.
put it up there
We'll stick
for
it in
them.
there. We don't care. We'll just stick it in there.
Get
yeah.
it in there. It's
Oh
the
yeah,
main
we don't care
thing.
what it's written on and all that. But yeah, it's a good thing to do. Connect
That's a
to
wonderful
us.
thing.
Connect
See,
with us.
our mission, you guys, is to get the word to you, but also connect you. We want you to join the body of believers.
Yes.
And all you have to do for that, you can go to my website, and I've got a join button you can click on. I'm not too high tech like he is. Pastor Donnie now understands all that stuff, but you go to my website, you click on that, join the body of believers, and it's real simple. You just give us your name and your number. We don't share data or whatever.
no.
We don't
No,
harass you with phone calls, and we're not out here. You don't see us saying, gimme, gimme, gimme. We're self-supporting, and we're dedicated to spreading the word. But we're going to go into festivals. So if you have a festival going on in your community, and you want to let us know that and give us a little heads up. We need a little time to prepare.
Yeah.
But if you have a festival or you want us to come do a speaking engagement at your church,
Yes.
Pastor Donnie does a lot of
yes.
that. He'll come and pray or make a
That's true. Whatever.
preach at
Whatever.
your church.
Mhm.
Whatever your group needs, Bible studies and so on. And we want you to contact the website on the screen, call, text, the on-demand, as Pastor Donnie was saying. And we want you to get it with Roku. Call us and find out if you can't get the show and you want to see how to get it online. If I can't do it, I'll pass it to Pastor Donnie.
Somebody will get it on
Somebody,
there, right? Yep.
because I'm not good about that.
Yeah.
But the main thing is, we want to get this show. You can call us and get copies of the show, just a DVD. That's my kind of way.
Yeah. Well, your website even shows all the places that it's playing. Has a list of all of those things.
See?
That
You're right.
where they can catch it, where they
You
can
know
see
better
it, where
about
they
that
can
stuff
watch
than
it, and
I
that
do.
kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
You're high tech. But in this day and age, we have to stay high tech so we can reach around the world.
Yeah.
So if you want to volunteer, if you want to be on the show, if you
Oh,
want to
yes.
join the body of believers, if you want to come to the workshop, if you want to go to one of the events that we have going on, there's so much going on. Receive our newsletter, whatever you want, okay? Just call, text, or email.
That's right. That's right. Any of those,
Just
any of
do
the
it.
above. Yeah.
Any of the above.
Yeah.
Okay. I thank you all for watching, and I really love each and every one of you. And Pastor Johnny and I pray for each and every one of us as a unit, as the body of believers, that we stay connected and that every day we can say, I believe. Put in my heart 5 years ago to produce this show, and it's about uniting the body of believers. And every show we're going to reach out and touch you guys and see if we can't unite you as a body of believers one by one. As in Ephesians 4 verses 4 through 6, we should be one body praising our one Lord and our one God. It's not about where you go to church or if you go to church or, it's about, do you believe? Have faith. Believe in God. Become a believer. If God is in your heart, the world changes, your whole life changes, and you'll be so happy because you're going to be full of God's love. I want you to join our body of believers. Yes, I'm pointing at that camera and I'm catching you right there. I want you to join our body of believers. So it's real simple. Call me, email me, or text me. I mean, how much easier does it get, you guys? But join the body of believers. So together we can all say, I believe.
With the faith of a mustard seed, I believe God said it.
On the screen is a little mustard seed. And just look at how little that is. Well, my message today is about our faith. The name of the show is I Believe. And so I want to explain to you just a little bit of faith, how far that's going to take you in this world and how simple it is. And I'm a gardener. I love plants and stuff like this. So I'm going to relate with a plant, okay? So you take a plant and it's a seed, all right? You stick it in the ground. It's just a little itty bitty thing. And what do? You water it. And you're patient with it. You put it in the right place, you hope. And then every day you go over there and you look at it and there's nothing's happening. And then the first day you get so happy when you see it pop up through the ground, through the dirt, okay? And then you keep watering it and you're saying, oh, I'm so happy it's working. And then the next day and about let's say give yourself a week or so. And you go and you look and it's really, now you can see the leaf and I get really excited. I'm like, yes, this is gonna work. Well, I keep watering it, and when it gets, 2 inches or 3 inches, now guess what I do? I nurture it. I move it. I kind of talk to it and put it where it has better light, and I'm excited because I want it to grow. I want to see it grow to full size. And so now I'm extra paying attention to it, but I can just see that it's gotten off the ground. It's rooted. And so one day I go there and the plant's full size and it's going, it's blossoming. That's how our faith is. You plant that seed, you start thinking, hopefully our show will plant a seed in your heart that you need to believe, that you want to believe, that you want to open your heart and you want to say, God, come in. So you go for it and you just kind of nurture it. You start talking to God. You start reading the Bible. You start doing things that will get you there. And then pretty soon, one day, something bad happens and you go, God, help me here. And you see that he does. Well, that's like that little plant popping through the dirt. And then a couple more things happen and you just assume God's going to take care of it because you expect it. You've gotten used to it. You have become a believer. You know that God's going to help you. Like I know once that plant has rooted, it's gone. It's going perfect. I want you to understand that having faith, the size of that little mustard seed, is where it all begins. And we hope to plant lots of seeds in your life. And so I want you to keep thinking, faith, the size of a mustard seed, can turn you into the most giant believer there is. And you can share Jesus and share the word with so many people. So remember, start with faith like a mustard seed, you guys, and see how far you take it. One day, you're going to be able to be like me and say, guess what? I'm a believer.
Our prayer lines are open right now. Please call at 865-680-1891. 865-680-1891.
Okay, guys, instead of just picking up that phone and calling me, there's another way you can reach me. Text me. But if you text me, it's kind of simple. Just text me your need and tell me what time it's best time to call you back, and I promise you I will. It's the new technology on hand, and I'm getting with the program, so you do too, okay?
Join us next week, same time, and please don't forget to tell a friend. Now you can watch the show again on CreativeChristianNetwork.com. Thank you for watching I Believe with Dr. Gwen Ford.